announcements. My name is Maria. I forgot to say that I'm the executive director of the Hardrock Club. Again, this is my first fall here, and couldn't be happier to be back and running Hardrock Club for you all. So we'll start with volleyball. Lauren, Coach Lauren, if you can come up, and then we'll go to soccer, cross country, and football, and we'll just let you guys go. Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, everybody.
You need the microphone.
Oh, hello. How are we doing? Good. So, volleyball. Best sport first. Interesting weekend. We did some really good things. Our record didn't really reflect it. We had 4 matches against pretty good opponents. We went 1-3. 2 of the matches that we lost in 5 sets by 2 points. So 4 points put us between 1-3 and 3-1, which doesn't feel awesome. However, our capacity for improvement is good. So I feel like we're on a good path. Out of our entire starting lineup, we played 5 returners, 5 freshmen, which is really exciting, especially for the mass of our returners. We saw a lot of good things. We ran a different offense completely than we have in the past. And I think when you come watch us the next Wednesday, on September 18th, you're going to kind of get jacked up about the things we're doing offensively. But again, feeling really good about things. We move forward this week to a tournament in St. Cloud, Minnesota, under St. Cloud State, where we will not play St. Cloud State, but we will play 3 NSIC teams, and another team out of Michigan. For those of you that don't know, NSIC is probably the best conference in Division 2 level, but again, we feel really good about our odds, given the path that we're on and the improvements that we're making. So, really here to talk about Karin, because Karin's here to talk to y'all too, as well as I watched the video. But, so Karin is Karin Hasker. She's a senior for us. She's outside. She has had a very interesting career in the sense that you probably don't know her and you learn it very quickly. Karin played last year. She had, throughout the entire season, 78 kills for an entire year. She played every match this weekend and had 57 kills in 4 matches. So, yeah. Very proud of Karin. Karin is one of those athletes, the coach, that you just don't know which way it's going to go. And she chose the way where she's going to make everything out of her situation and be the best she possibly can be. So very much one of those proud ones as a coach. And you'll hear a little bit from her, but I'm pretty excited about how she did all around. That's her spot. She's going to earn all the time, which I feel very comfortable with her in the corner. She made some big time decisions for us. She outplayed Dana a lot of times, which hasn't always been easy in the house, but Dana has a lot to work for. So all around, I feel good about those things. Shall we watch film before or okay. So we'll watch some, these are some clips that we watched this with our team the other day, but we put these between our games with Shadder and Lilies. So that's a big dig by our freshman girl. Nice to by Dan. Hard here serving. She had 7 aces over the weekend, which is pretty good deal. Job on her. Big swing by our freshman. Again, we're operating with about 3 freshmen on the board at all times, which is exciting for us. Big block at the end by our freshman right side, Tori. I think, again, you're going to enjoy watching her play. She brings a lot of fire to our court. Another big swing by Tori. I noticed in making this, there's a lot of Tori, which I'm not about. But she had a really good weekend. Another swing by Tori. Again, this is the first time that we're playing like a 60, which means we have 2 seconds to record all the time. Maybe it really is not all the time. So it adds a lot to our offense. And it makes us very hard to beat, which we're kind of excited about. We just have to refine a lot of things that we're doing to get better. Karin's serving again. It is for sure. one of her 8, almost 8 aces on the weekend, which was very good. Big block by our other freshman, Luke Larkin, who's also playing on the right side for us. Big swing by Dana. Another great serve by Connor. Just crushed her. You did a great job. Big swing again by Tori. Freshman right side. Swing by Miss Lily, our freshman. Another freshman. Big block by 2 of our freshmen, Jason and Lily. Nice dig by our freshman Barrow. Big swing by Carter here. Nice dig. That's our middle, JC, she's also a freshman. Big dig by Hannah, big swing by Dana. Big shot to make mistakes and just feels pretty good. It's a tough place to play. Big block by Lily Hannah. Swing by Carmen. Nice kill. Got out of the back row. Another big block by our 2 freshmen. Another big swing by our freshman. A lot of freshman action here. So this was the play that's still our win against Billings. Carmen had a nice block against the center to shake the ball, which always feels good. So yeah, we had a good weekend. Hopefully you can see a little bit of that in our video, but we're an exciting team to watch, and we can at least make that guarantee. We have a lot of things to work on. We have obviously a lot of youth, but that can only be an excuse for one weekend. So we're going to move on from that very quickly and really work hard. So play this weekend, 4 matches. We're home next Wednesday, September 18th, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. against Dickinson. Again, we've been playing Dickinson every year since pretty sure forever. So it's kind of a rivalry. It's all right. We always kind of start the season off with them. So it'll be a fun match. I really want to get some wins, and I think that's where we're going to be headed. So, without further ado, Carmen, would you like to come up? So I'll let Carmen introduce herself. She's a senior. She's been through this. But yeah, this is Carmen's kind of big. This is going to be over here. So I'll let her talk about it.
Hello, I'm Carmen Hazard. I'm a senior biological sciences student, and I'm graduating in December and going to go to medical school soon. Any questions?
Where are you from, Carl?
I'm Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
What medical school do you want to go to?
I'm not sure where I want to go to medical school yet. Still figuring all that out.
What do you want to do?
I want to be a surgeon of some sort. I'm excited on that, but I've heard that a lot of people change their minds once they get there. So.
Over your years here, do you have any memories, a couple of memories that really stand out, whether it's academic, athletic, or just going to school?
I guess when I kind of think of bus rides more when I think of memories from all the games all kind of blend together. Like bus ride with the team kind of stick out to me. They can be really long and boring, but they can be really fun too. Like watching musicals and singing.
My favorite time.
Have you played all 4 years?
Yes, yeah. My freshman year there were 2 outside and we were both freshmen, so we both got to play. And then I've been playing outside and right side all 4 years.
This is your breakout year. You watch. Do you have any questions for the both of us? Or me? It's hard to read it too. All right, we'll see you Wednesday, 6 p.m. Come watch Carmen Hills Balls. It's going to make it fun. Okay.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Thompson with men's soccer. To do a little recap of our opening day So we played last Friday against Sept international team. They come out of a great conference. Their conference last year had their conference winner beat two of our conference top two teams. So we knew coming into the game it was going to be tough, and it was. At the end of the day, though, we played really well. Our starting point for this game was definitely a lot higher than we did starting off last year. So, got to be proud of that. We have a very young team. We played two true freshmen, which is typically not unheard of on the soccer field. Those two guys are Peyton and Travis Sherwood, was a chance to come out and watch us. Keep an eye out for them, number 12 and 34. But yeah, so we started off strong, made a couple errors that ultimately cost us the game. The game really came down to two mistakes, both made by us, giving up a penalty kick 9 minutes into the game, and then not really regrouping and giving up another goal about 7 minutes later. So we dug deep, we tried to come back. Scored a goal late in the first half, about a minute left, and Brad has highlighted that, if you want to play that real quick. So our sophomore center midfielder, George Martinez, scores up a free kick here. Last year we weren't very good at free kicks, we didn't score one until probably 12 games in, so George scores one on our first attempt of the year, which is always great to see. George put a ton of work into his free kicks. That's all he does during our personal development time. It's good that we're actually utilizing that time and capitalizing. So yeah, the score ended up 2-1. We dug deep, we fought back. In the second half, we probably the better of the two teams, generated a ton of chances, just unfortunately could not find back to the net. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm happy with where we're at. Obviously, sucks to lose your very first game of the year. Want to come out and make a statement. But I think we made that statement in other ways other than getting a win. Now that game is behind us, and we look forward to playing University of Mary tomorrow at noon at Stu Park, weather permitting. But University of Mary is going to be a tough team. We got to watch them play Sunday against Texas A&M International. So we have some film on them. We have some. Our guys did a little bit of scouting. I don't know what to expect, but they're our closest thing to a rival. They've got better of us the last couple of years, and we can change that and show them who the real dominant team is. So yeah, if you guys are free tomorrow, 12 o'clock, Stu Park, bring a rain jacket or a poncho or sit in your car and watch there. Other than that, we have one other game this week. We'll be out at MSC Billings on Sunday, 4 o'clock game. You can tune into their live stream and they'll have it posted. Yeah, that's all that I have. I did bring two guys with me. I'll introduce them. We have Brendan Brackey, who's our captain, and Will Tippett.
I'm Brendan Brackey. I'm from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. I'm a center back on the team this year, and I'm a junior majoring in chemical engineering.
I'm Will Tippett. I'm a senior studying chemical engineering. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Any questions?
Joe?
What do you want to do for your career?
I don't really know, but one of the things I think I'm really interested in would be like working for animals or
I was thinking about probably going to something environmental. I worked for an oil company this summer. I worked in their environmental division. I really enjoyed that, so probably going to pursue that.
How did you guys evaluate the game last Friday?
I thought at the beginning of the game, for us, was really sloppy, and we cleaned it up, and we keep playing team soccer like we did in the second half of the game. We'll be a really good team in our match this year.
Yeah, I think Coach kind of mentioned it. We're pretty young this year, so I think we had some kind of first game jitters. But once we got those out of the way, we started to hit our stride and just couldn't quite close the gap there.
You know, I agree with that. First part of the game, you could see the nerves that were taking place. But I was very impressed with your overall team speed. You guys are lightning quick. And your determination and your hard work throughout that entire match was fun to watch from the stands. I just knew we were going to bust free and it just never happened, but that doesn't really count. So you guys keep it up. I was very impressed with your team. Thank you. Yeah, good luck on tomorrow. We'll be there with Concho and Andy.
Any other questions for them or for myself?
Who won that match between Mary and Texas?
Texas A&M won 4-1. Anything else?
How about tomorrow?
I'm Steve Johnson, the head cross-country coach. We had our only home meet of the season this Saturday at Robbinsdale Park. The weather was fantastic, so we really got away with one there, which is always nice. Robbinsdale is a really tough place to run. Footing, if you've ever stepped off the bike path for a little bit, footing is a little bit rough in a lot of places, but, and then the fact that we run loops there. So this hill they're on, they end up going over that hill 8 times in the entire course. Then they drop down into the dog park area, we cut across that, well that's climbing too. So they end up, times are always slow at Robbinsdale, but it's cross country. I always tell the kids, times don't matter, it's all about place. And on the men's side, you can see in these pictures, there's just packs, strings of hard rockers. We went, just going through the top 12 places here in the meet, we went 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or excuse me, not 9, 10, 11, 12. We did all right. In cross country, a perfect score is 15 points. That means you went 1 through 5. We went 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 for 17 points. Pretty close to perfection. The only guy that broke us up was a guy from Shattuck who had a really good race. The really interesting thing is, if you looked at even our second 5, not just our first 5, we still would have won the meet, only we would have scored 18 instead of 17. So we were really, really happy with the way our men performed. We really emphasized the importance of being a pack. In the RMAC, you can't get away with just having 1 or 2 good runners. You've got to be good through 7, and in order to be good through 7, in my opinion, you have to be good through 10. So this was our top 5 guys for most of the race right here. You got freshman Luke Lemple up in front there, followed by Ryan Moen, who ended up being our top finisher for the day. We actually, unfortunately, had a couple of guys that should have been in our top 7 that had a couple of injury issues, so probably could have looked even stronger if we'd been able to keep together, but they'll be ready to go when it counts at the end of October. On the women's side, we really thought, well, I told you guys at the dinner last week that we were going to be racing a lot of freshmen this year. We had 4 newbies running. One of them ran track for us in spring, but she didn't run cross. It was her first ever cross country meet. the freshmen really did a great job stepping up. This is Adeline Wilson here. She'll be up here in just a minute to talk with you guys as well. She wound up being our number one. She dogged the top girl from Billings the entire meet. It's a girl who finished in just outside of the top 30 in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, which is one of the other really tough conferences in Division II. All the way through the last lap, and Galvez just pulled away by about 8 seconds on the last lap. But really fantastic effort by Abby and the rest of that group. We wound up second to Shadowin by 5 points. 5 points is really a matter of just trading a couple of places. So really good start for us. We were really encouraged with what we saw out of our group this weekend. And look forward to seeing what they're going to get done next weekend when we go down to Shadowin. The other thing that we had going on this week was that we had a kids race going on in the middle of all this. And we had about 30 or 35 brave souls that decided to come out. We want to thank the Runners Club for sponsoring this. This has been a great event for us. It's honestly my favorite part of the whole thing. Brad, I need a copy of that picture, by the way. My youngest was super stoked because he somehow managed to win it this time. No, it was not rigged, I swear. But it's always a great opportunity. The women's team is a little jealous because it always seems to set up that the men's team gets to run it. And so they keep asking me if they get a chance. I keep swearing it's going to happen. So one day I'm going to But saw some really good performances this weekend. One of the other folks who really performed well was Joel Haas. He's going to come up here. And Joel actually had a course PR by about 35 seconds this weekend over what he ran last year. Joel's a guy that we've really seen make some huge strides in the last year. So really excited to see what he can get done, and looking forward to what he's done too.
I'm Joel Oz. I'm a junior civil engineering student from Hardrock, Montana. And I decided to come to Mines because I wanted to run college, and I was talking to my dad about it because he works in the civil engineering industry. And I asked him if he knew any graduates from the School of Mines, and he said he knew 2. And one owned his own construction company, and the other one was president of a different one. So I decided it's probably a pretty good idea.
Hello, I'm Adeline Wilson. I'm a freshman from Aurora, Colorado. My major, I'm going into computer science. I came to Mines for 2 different reasons. Academically, I heard that Mines really puts together all the computer science majors from computer science and computer engineering. So if I did want to tag on a minor later, I'd be well and set with both computer engineering and computer science. My second reason that I came to Mines was my freshman and sophomore year of high school. Running in college was only a dream, and then junior and senior year, that became a reality, and with the support of my high school coach and Coach Johnson, it came together that I wanted to become a collegiate athlete.
Any questions?
What was that course at Robbinsdale from the freshman's perspective?
From Aurora, Colorado, I had a few races with hills and grass and everything, so it wasn't too bad for me. But some of my other freshman friends, they didn't have that same experience. So it was quite a struggle, but we all survived at the end of the day.
Yeah, and just for reference, last year I ran at the home meet at Chadron, which is this weekend, so it was a week later. And I think I ran like a minute and a half faster at Chadron than at our home meet. It's the same distance, so it's a lot more difficult for me.
When did you guys start running cross country, and did you guys play any other sports in high school?
So I started running cross country in 7th grade, and then And actually, no, I started in 8th grade. I ran track in 7th grade, and I played football my 7th grade year, and it just wasn't big enough to really do anything, so I decided to switch over to cross country. And then I played basketball my freshman year of high school, and I wasn't good enough at that either, so I switched over to something else.
I started off playing volleyball, basketball, and track in middle school. Didn't take it too seriously. I started doing cross country and track for high school during 9th grade, but I consider myself starting true cross country my junior and senior year for medical conditions, but I'm here now, so I'm really excited about it.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Where do you see yourself with the rest of the conference, personally and team-wise?
Last year I was, I think, 67th in the conference, and I would say over the summer and just like with the track season, I've already improved quite a bit on that. And so I think this year I'm hoping to get in like the top 40 or top 30, and I think as a team we can get in. I would say probably the top 6 is what our goal is, top 6 or top 8, so somewhere in there.
On the women's side, our team goal is to be top 12 at RMAC. I haven't been able to see how RMAC operates yet, so I don't know where I want to be placed yet in RMAC, but for sure I definitely want to be top 50.
Good. Well, good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions for them or for me? All right. Well done. Before Coach Tinker comes up, there's just one other piece that I wanted to put a plug in for. One of our young men on the track team is putting together a pinker run. His mother passed away last December from breast cancer that spread to her liver, and so he's organizing this. He's been working. I know we worked with Dr. Reagan a little bit to help make this a reality, and so this is going to be a 130-mile tour of the Black Hills. We're going to go through Custer Crossing, Cheyenne Crossing, Back Porch and Spearfish, Big Mama's and Nemo, and the Dakota Point Brewery. It is open to everyone. It's not limited to just motorcycles. This is open to cars as well. They will card at bars though, so be aware of that. It's going to be September 28th from 11 a.m. to about 5 p.m. There is no cost, but they are taking a 100% free will donation with proceeds, all the proceeds going to Breast Cancer Research Foundation. And you can register your day. Thank you. How we all doing?
Good.
Zach Tinker, head football coach. I think those photos demonstrate why I never ran cross country. My body type is not there. Great job by you guys. Okay. Saturday, what a great fight out there at Dunham Field. Really good opponent came to town, and we had ourselves a standard RMAC football game for us, which is very competitive back and forth. Two teams going after each other. Really impressed with some of the things that we've done to improve in certain areas, and then certainly, we need to find a way to win some games. And that was something that certainly stood out to us. We had some incredible individual performances. I think there's some newcomers that are very exciting in the program that have really developed and will give us a chance to be successful as we keep moving forward. I thought the energy of the players was there. We had some first game execution issues. There's no question about that. I think both teams had some play that didn't look like it was mid-season form, and that it's going to look that way sometimes early. We should, as they say in the business, you should improve more from week 1 to week 2 than any other time during the season in terms of what it looks like. And so we expect that here. We had a good spirited practice this morning. We're back at it. We're going to continue to crank it up on the practice field. We need a lot of the reps. We ended up. We play, right now we start 1 senior on offense and we start 2 seniors on defense. So you need a little bit more work in practice because you're not as veteran. If you recall a season ago, that team offensively was so veteran, they didn't need as many practice reps. They needed more rest and recovery. This year's team, they need a little more practice, so we've been going very hard in practice to continue to do our work. So we'll be very spirited here the next couple of days, and then hit the road to Western State. We leave at 11:59 p.m. on Thursday night. So if anyone wants to come by and say goodbye, we take snacks, any kind, candy, etc. So come on by and say goodbye to us. We'll get through, get to Western State. Good challenge for us. That's a really unique place to play. It's the what do they call it, the highest point in all of college athletics, right? So the elevation is a major factor for us there. The environment is a little unique just because you are out there they're the Mountaineers for a reason. And you're up there. They're a tough team to prepare for. They played a FCS opponent last week, Idaho State, and was very, very competitive throughout the entire game. So we know we'll be challenged. Every game we've played with Western State since I've been here, it's really come down to a fourth quarter finish. We've got them 2 out of the 3 years, and now it's time to go get a win on the road, which we desperately need. So, Bradley, are we going to do highlights? So here's some of the highlights. If you were there, it'll be review. If you weren't, it'll be some new information for you. But I thought it was a good crowd on Saturday. I thought the juice level was solid. I thought the national anthem to start off was fantastic. This is the first score of the game. This is Spencer Zerr on a little keeper. We started fast, which is not uncommon for us, but it's a good job by Spencer being able to get it in the end zone to start the game and get us off to a quick start. Good for him to build a little bit of confidence, hopefully, as he continues to grow and develop. And then this starts sort of, all the big plays we're making defensively. This is the forced fumble. Yeah, Chaddock and then Marwin Alapati. Marwin a transfer. We secured Marwin's commitment about 9 days before camp started. And he came and scored a touchdown in his very first college game. Played really hard, really well. I really like Marwin. He's going to be a really good player here. This is the next one. It's stunning to me that people keep throwing towards Dom Jackson. I told everybody he was wearing number 2, and they threw it to him anyways. And great play by Dom. My daughter always says, up in the stands, it's about time for a Dom Jackson pick 6. And about every other game, he does it. So a great job by Dom there. Here's a nice little pass over the middle of Joe Lubers. Joe had a productive game. This is just his second season on the field. He's just a sophomore, but did some good things. And then great play by Carson Hunt here, going up against the football. I really noticed that our veterans on offense were pretty sharp. This is the Ahmad Lewis, our transfer tailback, getting into the end zone on a nice little bootleg play here. Good job by Spencer, easiest touchdown pass of his career. Even I could have thrown that one. And then Sept did a good job kicking the football. That breeze was significant. The offenses in the first half, the scoring was really whoever had the win was scoring, whoever didn't did not. And so that was a major factor. Ennis hit a couple field goals into the breeze. There's Kevin Petak with the tackle on kickoff coverage is a big play. Good energy play for us. You can see how much energy the guys had coming onto the field after that play. And we're going to get a big sack here again from Cole Peterson and Thomas Chapman. Cole Peterson, RoboCop, we like to call him. He's just a good physical football player. It just knows how to play. It's just a sophomore, true sophomore, Cole. So a couple big plays there. This is the play that sort of kept us in the game. We certainly felt we were going to win the game the entire time. After this play, I was convinced we were going to win. It just felt like we had kind of weathered this little storm and we were going to win the game. We went down here, and you could see we're trying to get Ira Murphy here. We thought the middle of the field was available to us. We're trying to get Ira here in the back of the end zone, and we just pulled the string a little bit too much. Ira was available. We just couldn't quite get it to him, and that cost us the end of the football game. But good energy from our players. You can tell the kids are crushed coming off the field. We all were. It was anytime you're in that kind of a fight, you expect to win. You want to put it away. And so that last picture is probably worth 1,000 words, anything more than I can say, just the disappointment from the players. But we did have some players in the game. We'll go ahead and hit them. I think that offensively, it was Carson Hunt, wide receiver, Arvada, Colorado, civil engineering. He really came to play. One of the things you notice, that guys who've played in a lot of games, and Carson's played in a lot of games, they just play better in games than guys who haven't. I mean, it's experience, it's confidence, it's the ability to know. It's not thinking I'm going to be okay, it's knowing I'm going to be okay. And Carson had a heck of a game for us, really physical player. Other players of the week, the lunch pail defense player of the week, Christensen, number 49, out of Aurora, Colorado. Keontae just is a great player. I think he's going to have an all-conference caliber season. He's a very disruptive force. Our SWAT player of the week, the player on special teams, is our punter, Casey Knudsen, out of Fort Collins, Colorado. He's a biology major. Casey punted in his first college game and did well. Even handled a bad snap. And they have dangerous return guys at Colorado. Amazing, dangerous guys. I mean, you guys saw a couple of their kids are pretty fast, and Casey did a good job keeping them all away from those guys. Our pickaxe player of the week was Cole Peterson, our linebacker out of Boulder, Colorado. Just a true sophomore. Cole is technically right now still undeclared, and I can encourage you, if you know anybody, you'll want to recruit him into your department. He's never had a B yet. He's only had A's during his career here, so and he's going to be an all-conference caliber football player. He's got an unbelievable head of hair and a tremendous attitude. You want him in your department, so. You want to swipe the correct way when you get Cole Peterson coming across your department heads. Our service players of the week, these two guys were great. Chris Counts, linebacker, Scottsdale, Arizona, senior, industrial engineering major. He's in a different role. He missed all of last season due to injury. He had been a 3-year starter before last season, and so for him, he's not in that role any longer. And he did a great job stepping in a service role all week and getting the job done and made some plays in special teams. And then our other service player of the week is another senior, Kevin Petak, wide receiver out of Allen, Texas. He's a double E. I do give a quick shout out to Tigger Photography. My daughter Juliana did the senior photos this year, so any photography needs you have over the next 9 days before she goes to college, feel free to give her a call, okay? But those guys did an awesome job. We had some unbelievable individual performances by the players, and we got to find a way this coming week against a really tough Western State team to get it done. So that's all I have until the questions come up. Yeah.
So Rolf Rules, starting quarterback for Mesa, was taken out of the game. Did the defense get a little overconfident, do you think, after he left the game?
Yes, the questions about the quarterback from Mesa leaving the game and whether or not confidence, we were a little too overconfident. I don't think so. I don't think that really had anything to do with it. I think in the first quarter, well, we did something that I don't think I've ever done as head coach, which was we deferred the opening. We won the coin toss and deferred because I believed that the win was a major factor, and that turned out to be absolutely true. Once the teams got the win, you could see it. Once they got the win at their back, they sent number 6. We were in good coverage for it. They sent him out there, and we knew it was coming. And now I know how teams felt playing against Isaiah Manley and Jake Sullivan, because it's like they know it's coming, and you still couldn't do anything about it. He's a great individual player, so I don't think confidence. I think it was more the conditions. And then once we settled in, we played some really good defense. Oh, played actually very good defense. Yeah.
Is it me, or did most of the snaps to the quarterback end up about a foot off the ground?
The question is about the snaps to the quarterback being a foot off the ground. Yeah, we've had a little bit of an issue sending him over his head, which is worse. So, we're going to try to get baby bear's porridge and get it just right next week.
I thought your front seven played outstanding, and your middle linebacker was truly special. I thought defensively, that's the best I've seen us play in a long time. And offensively, it was awfully nice. Missouri had digged up a little bit. See number 2 come in and just take up right where he went down.
Yeah.
That looks really good, Coach. I really have.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, you said the front seven. I thought the front seven was spot on. Yeah, and we were good in the back end. It's just we were taking on some live rounds, and they made some. You got to give them some credit. They made some like diving, one-handed catches, off-balance throws, some things where you just go, oh, okay, we'll get to the next one, So give them credit on that front, but, I thought obviously we had a chance to win the football game with better offensive execution. And looking back, I would tell you the number one thing we're looking at is just detail orientation. And some of our players who hadn't played in games yet, which happened to us a season ago when it was the other way around. But on offense, some of the guys who hadn't played in games yet, some of their fundamentals left them during the course of the game. And then we came out and practiced today, and those corrections had been made. So we're encouraged by that.
I thought that 85 from Mesa, I think he had a one-handed grab behind his head or something like that extended the drive, and then there was another one where we're right there. I
They had a couple sliding catches and a couple, and you know, they do have a talented football team, no question. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to Western, going to beat them. What things will we have to do to take care of them? And I can't remember exactly how they did last week.
Yeah, so we got Western this coming week. They played at Idaho State last Thursday, and they got beat. It was they play a style of defense that forces a lot of negative plays. They did a good job. They scored a defensive touchdown against Idaho State. They're better offensively than they have in the last couple of years. They're similar to us in that they don't have a proven quarterback that's played a lot, but they have a couple of guys that are playing right now. I think they've got a couple of receivers that are tough to handle, so that'll be a good fight. What do you got to do to beat them? We got to outrush them on Saturday. I thought that was the key to this past week, and we were 9 yards short. I think if we'd have had those 10 yards of rushing, that probably would have won the game this past Saturday, especially in some critical situations. Got to protect the football and find a way to score touchdowns in the red zone and not have to settle for field goals. I think those will be the real keys, but I expect our defense will lead us a little bit, our SWAT units will help us, and then we've got to do a good job of finishing the red zone and get our chances on offense.
How many players you traveling?
Yeah, so the question about how many players we travel with, the RMAX says 60, and we'll go right up to that number. Yeah, so that's pretty common. We've already talked about it, we'll play a few more players this week, just knowing that the conditions are going to be more difficult in terms of the air, et cetera. We actually had a little bit of a cramping issue with a few players on Saturday, as did Colorado Mesa. It was a long, hot game. I mean, the game, it felt like a TV game. It was 3 hours, 3.5 hours. You know, I wanted to take a nap halfway through. So, but I think that we need to do a good job too of using all those numbers that we bring with us this coming week. Okay, everybody, rock on.
Afternoon, folks. It's an entry now. It's not I stand firmly on that. Hey, if you can't golf, you know you can. What you can do. I sent an email to Ken Reed asking if he would golf on my team, and he stated that he wasn't going to be able to because he had a prior commitment. But then he stated that he would write a check for his entry into and not play. So if you're unable to golf, you can go ahead and write a check and send it to the Hardrock Club on behalf of Hardrocker Scholarships in case you can't golf. Thanks for everybody coming today. How about another round of applause for our scholar athletes? I thought the energy on Saturday was absolutely fantastic in the stands. We can get a little bit more, a little less social, a little more into the game when we get to the third down. We're playing defense, and we can be honking those horns and making as much noise as possible. I know Brad and his crew are putting up those graphics saying make noise. I've seen them several times. Wyatt does a really good job of doing that. You're sitting in your car and you're listening to Mr. Rudebush. He'll prompt you to honk your horns in the ramps as he has in the past. And we're going to get some more home victories. Again, you can watch all of our Hardrocker athletics if you're not able to make it at GoRockers.com. And if you're still hungry, make sure you take a sandwich on your way out. And don't forget also that Hardrock Club has the Jeep auction going on. And you can either take a Jeep or take $15,000 cash, or you can donate it both back to the Hardrock Club, and we can make it even more scholarship. So, did I miss anything? And thank you to Subway for being our sponsor for today's lunch. Next week, we are September 17th, Buffalo Wild Wings. We are starting at 11:30, not noon, 11:30, Buffalo Wild Wings. So bring your appetite, and it's a great day to be a Hardrocker. Thank you.